Caution. This podcast is designed for mature audiences. We delve into topics surrounding sexuality and intimate relationships in a candid and open manner. Please note that we are not licensed marriage or sex therapists, and the content shared here is intended solely for entertainment and informational purposes. If you are under 18 years old or prefer not to engage in explicit discussions about sex, relationships, or mature language, we advise against proceeding further. However, if you're of legal age and comfortable with such content, feel free to settle in, grab a beverage, and enjoy this episode. Just remember, time flies when you're having fun. Oh, and the stories you are about to hear are true. The names have been changed to protect the guilty.
Welcome to Beyond Monogamy, where every episode is a journey of discovery, liberation, and endless possibility. Join your hosts Roger Johnson and Janet Valentine as they peel back the layers of convention, inviting you into a world where passion knows no boundaries. Beyond Monogamy, a podcast that transcends the traditional norms of relationships to uncover the raw, unfiltered stories about the lifestyle. And now, your hosts, Roger Johnson and Janet Valentine.
Ooh, it's going to be a good one tonight. We have a guest again. Welcome to Beyond Monogamy. I'm Janet Valentine.
I'm Roger Johnson.
I'm Barbie Triple E. Well, it's actually Barb Triple E. So okay.
And I'm Steve.
Well, Crimson. You're
Crimson. That's right.
Right?
That's right. Crimson.
Yes. So good job.
Yes.
so we got
I
us all
couldn't
in here.
remember what I was.
Right. If you don't remember this guest, it's Crimson coming back in. We had such a great time with her last time that we decided to invite her back in and get her input on this. I understand from all of you pre-podcast discussions that I love it when I don't do work at all and everybody else comes with the work. So I'm just going to sit back and listen to y'all talk about whatever it is y'all are going to talk about tonight.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
Wow.
Roger.
Okay.
Roger,
Well,
you going to
somebody-
start?
You want me to start?
I do. Roger, I know what you're
Okay.
talking about, so let's go.
Okay. Well, guys, so for this news segment, it's not exactly news. I came across something that it's been out for a while, but and we'll just, in honor of our guest, we'll direct this right to Crimson.
Okay.
Are you familiar with the Bad Dragon ovipositor?
Not at all. No.
So, I got your number. I'll text it to you.
You do.
But so you can see what we were talking about. So let me describe what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Please.
Okay. Yeah, let me okay. So this Bad Dragon, it's a brand of dildos, right? But this is not your average dildo. We can just start by the fact that the website's called Bad Dragon. Okay.
Yes.
It's still
Yes.
not your average dragon dildo. Let's just
No,
go
I got
there.
alien dildos, aliens,
So-
and all kinds of.
The
Yeah.
ovipositor is a biomechanical inspired design with the look of a skin-like membrane and textured robotic spine, leading to a three-plated opening and a base resembling armored plating.
Wow.
Yeah, I think that needs a visual.
I'm
Yes.
Okay, but wait, there's further on. You need to read the next part. You want me to
Yep.
read it or are you going to read it?
I can't wait to read this.
Read-
Let's put this in layman's terms, shall we? An ovipositor is a dildo-like toy that allows the user or their partner to deposit eggs where
Yep.
they choose.
Yeah.
Many enjoy the feeling and sensation of depositing as much as they enjoy the satisfaction of laying the eggs. The ovipositor
Oh.
dildo has holes at its base and tip with a hollowed core to allow the user to move eggs through the ovipositor either by squeezing the shaft or by using the ovipositor plunger, which they recommend.
Okay. Okay.
Oh,
Wow.
I want to see that. I
wish
want
we
to
had
see
a
that.
visual.
plunger is included with your purchase and does not need to be purchased separately. There's a note to all this, and this is important. Here's your safety note. We do not recommend using silicone eggs anally due to the risk of eggs becoming stuck. When using an ovipositor
Oh.
anally, one can make gelatin eggs using
Oh.
a gelatin using a gelatin egg
Yes.
reduces the chances of one becoming stuck as the gelatin eggs gradually melt from
Melt.
the user's body heat.
Right.
Okay, but it has to be
Do you have
diet
a
jello.
mold? Do you have
It
a
has to
mold?
be diet jello.
I mean, how do you make
Oh,
these
you
eggs?
got to be the sugar-free Jello.
Yes, otherwise
We
we're
can't
talking
have
yeast
our blood
infection.
sugar spiking on us.
No, we can't talk about yeast infection down there, ladies, because
Well,
we
I
talked
wonder,
about this
that's
before.
You
one
gotta
of the
use the
things I thought of too, is
unflavored.
all
You gotta use
kinds of
Knox.
Oh
infections.
no,
Yeah.
it's gotta
You
be
gotta use
flavored.
Knox. Unflavored.
No, orange.
Unflavored.
Knox.
I mean,
Knox.
no, I mean,
It'll
Knox.
make your poop smell good.
I'll
So, but
I'll bring the
Oh,
gelatin eggs to the party,
wait,
and it's gonna be
wait.
pineapple flavored.
Oh,
But
pineapple
wait.
flavored.
Oh.
Okay.
So
for those
you're
who know,
putting wait. You're
I know.
putting the
Barb,
eggs
Yes.
in. You're
Oh.
putting the eggs in anally, correct?
well,
And
I mean,
then
Shooting them out.
or
then they're coming out.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Ah!
I mean,
Bring towels with you.
Oh yeah, you got to be prepared for
Puppy
that.
pads.
That's what we call unattached anal beads right there.
Yes. And when
Woo!
you've got stuff shooting out there, you have to be prepared to explain exactly what that is in whatever color it comes in, too.
just
It's a
Oh,
little different from your
yeah.
typical brown stuff that
Yeah.
comes out of there.
my thoughts here are this is after I give it to you Game of Thrones style, I
Yeah.
just want vaginally, let me specify. I just want you to just serve me an
Oh.
egg with no hand.
Right.
Okay,
I was
okay.
going to ask you about vaginal placement of ova,
Yeah.
and
No,
whether
that might
that
be
was
fun.
ever a thing or if it's all anal.
have you
I'm
seen those
fortunate that
Tyrannosaurus
my
Rex blow
sorry,
up
go ahead.
things, right? Those Tyrannosaurus Rex Halloween. I want you to wear the Tyrannosaurus Rex costume when you're
With
putting this in, right?
That's
I
good.
want to run into a furry party
oh yeah.
wearing that
Right.
T-Rex costume,
Oh yeah.
wielding this big.
That's right.
Alien dildo
Now, when it
that's so
comes
that lays
to
great.
eggs.
when it
Lem-
comes to ovas, so do they come in sizes, or do the forms come in sizes for you to make these things and then put
Uh,
them up there?
Well, glad you asked.
Oh.
Let me see what I can get for you here. So I was just bringing up the product specs. Okay, let's see. Do we want to talk circumference or diameter? Diameter is kind of more of a.
Oh, wait. I went to the build my own section. You can
Oh,
get them in
You can
different
build
colors.
your
Oh.
Build your
Oh.
own. Yes.
You can build your own
Wow.
ovas.
Right. And they have,
Okay.
you can do circumference of the base, circumference of the head, circumference of the shaft,
That
diameter
sounds
of
more.
the
That
base,
doesn't sound like an ova. That sounds like a dick.
diameter of the base, diameter of the head, diameter of the shaft. So the toy itself, you can do. So what ova you're going to put inside,
okay.
it's going to. So what size dick you have, or a faux
Sure.
dick, or
Sure.
dragon
Faux
dick that you
dick.
have,
Yes.
right?
if you
Plastic
just
dick.
clicked, if you just clicked add to cart, because you just got to have some eggs thrown up in you.
Yeah.
The diameter of the head is 1.5 inches.
Oh.
Swelling to 2.8 inches on the diameter of the shaft,
Mm.
and then when you go full tilt on this thing and you get down to the base, you're taking 5.25 inches diameter.
Okay. That's
That's
kind of a big.
that's
Yeah.
that's a
Yes.
respectable size fist, I think.
Yes.
Wait, it
Yes.
says-
It is.
Usable
It says-
length is 7.6 inches.
Ooh,
Wow.
yeah.
It says, due to the handmade nature of our products, listed measurements may vary.
Very
Some
right.
irregularities may include, but are not limited to, tapering textures, curves, bumps, knots, densities, and other points of non-uniformity.
Hey,
They're about the
Sounds
art
like
piece,
half
not
the guys
about the
I
quality
dated. No.
assurance and consistency.
wow.
And the good thing about these is they're all made in the United States.
Oh,
Yes,
hey.
right.
Made
You got to
in
make sure.
USA.
Man,
Or you won't
USA,
be able
baby.
to get them. Yes, or you
Yeah.
won't be able to get them anyway.
That's
so.
right.
Oh man.
Game of Thrones sex. That's fantastic.
I
That is
know that is good.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh,
my
yeah.
goodness.
So who's
Well,
got
I
a song?
found a new thing. I found a new thing about that I didn't know what it was. And I'm not all that good on some of these words, but do y'all know what a rusty trombone is?
Ooh.
I want to guess. Okay.
And I'm going to try this as a matter of fact, but go ahead.
Oh,
Guess. Tell me what your
okay.
guess is.
I was guessing an old guy, like 75 or 80, that has one of those dicks that curves, that dick
Mhm.
disease, Peyronie's disease guy.
Peyronie's
That's
disease.
Peyronie's
right.
disease. That's what I was thinking of rusty trombone.
Well, I want to put a disclaimer here. Most dicks have a curve, and they're
Of
all
course.
not Peyronie's disease. So
Understood.
just
Understood.
want to make sure.
Yes, I like the curve. That's the whole
Yes.
problem with those dildos.
Yes.
They don't have a curve. A lot of them
No.
don't.
Well, and they don't have a pulse. That's
Right.
the
Yeah.
other problem. I
Yeah.
like the ones with the life support systems much better than the dicks.
Me too. By far.
But I'll tell you what. So tell me. So it's an old guy. Anybody else want to weigh in on what a rusty trombone might be?
Well,
No.
if I remember, of course, I've looked up a lot of the words, and is that where they're doing anal and they're either doing a hand job or oral at the same time?
You win the prize. It is a rim job plus a hand job at the same time.
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah.
that
Okay.
is something that I would like to try.
Okay, I'm sorry, I've done it. Okay.
Oh, I have
you
to.
tried it,
I got
okay. And how did that
I've
work
done it.
out? Help us
I just
understand.
my hands up. I didn't do it. I just volunteered.
You just wanna.
You want it
just want-
done to you, yes.
You just wanna. Yeah, I've done that. Yeah.
It's pretty powerful.
But I didn't realize it was called the rusty trombone. But
Trombone. It's the rusty trombone. Yeah.
it is an easy way. It's a very easy way to make a guy happy, really happy, fast,
Yeah.
very fast.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
I think when you're going in, just don't be like, "Hey, enjoy this rusty trombone." I mean, church it up a little bit.
Right.
So I never called it rusty trombone because I didn't know that's what the word was, but I know that with a guy, you have to guarantee to the guy that you are not going to stick anything in because they're so scared shitless that you're going to stick something in their ass, okay? Because they don't want to be gay.
That's
and
right.
they don't want to be whatever. And so you got to promise them, okay, I'm just going to lick around here real nice. And by the way, I'm just going to reach around and do this. And it's going to make you feel better, honey. And then they're good. Okay. As long as you're promising, don't stick something in.
No.
And the thing is, the only thing I do end up sticking in, and I know this is kind of weird, but it makes them kind of happy, is my nose. I will stick my nose in there and make them a little happy.
Oh, there you go. There you go. That's good.
Because it's so short, it's limited. It's not going to, they're like, okay, that's okay.
They're not penetrating them deeply.
I don't know what we call that. Somebody make up a word for that.
There has to be a word for that.
Well, there has to be a word. We have to make up a new one. That's all.
And I've had several guys do that to me.
Right.
Put a nose in?
Yes.
Oh, wow. I haven't had that. I feel like I'm missing out now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It wasn't
because they're licking back and forth, and then they just stick their nose
just
right in your
It
That wasn't my nose.
goes there. It just
yeah, it's just kind of, because they're doing the.
Steve, have you ever had a nose up there?
Yeah.
He's trying to remember. He's trying to remember if I did it to him or not.
He's just not even paying attention anymore. I think we lost him.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my. I don't.
Well, that
oh
was
my
good.
God.
Oh, I'm wondering if you ever had that experience of having a nose up your ass.
Me,
See,
Yeah.
I just said
Steve.
Steve. Yes.
Calling you out.
I don't know. I don't. You know, I've been given a rim job before, but I've never
Right.
had a nose up my ass. So
It just
I'm sure-
happens.
I said, you know what? If the rim job's good, nose job probably pretty good also.
Nose job. That's another meaning to the word
Nose
nose
job.
job. That could be a
Nose
good
job.
idea. Mhm.
Nose job. Oh, that's
Hand
fabulous.
job, hand job, blow job.
Hey.
Oh, nose job. There we go.
A beyond monogamy exclusive term.
Right, right. There
I
you
hit
go.
I hit the trifecta: hand job,
Yeah.
blow job, and a nose job. So there we go.
All at the same time.
Yeah.
Right.
I can
Right.
say I've been a recipient. I don't think I've ever volunteered.
I didn't deliberately mean to do it. It was just in the moment,
Okay.
and it was
Yeah,
there.
okay.
And you're licking around, and instead of going down, and you're like, oh, let's just try this. Okay, why not?
It's handy. It's right there.
It's right there. It's on its
It's
way
very
down.
sensitive.
Okay.
It's very sensitive.
Yes.
Well, yeah,
And if
because
the tongue
you
isn't long enough, I mean, come on.
so
Yeah.
and so a lot of it. Okay, I'm going to get into too much information. A lot of it's going to depend upon the size of the guy's butt cheeks. Okay,
Well, that's
Because-
true. A lot of it
because-
does depend on that. Yes.
Because
yeah.
the guy is on his hands and knees, right? And you're
Mhm.
behind him and you are reaching down with one hand to do the whole trombone stuff. Okay.
Yes.
And
right.
I don't know where the word rusty comes from, but
Me
you know,
either.
so then you're starting to do the rim job and look around. Of course, I'm not a very precise person. And so yeah, sometimes my nose goes by. And I gotta tell you, if I get a little moan from that guy, I'm gonna do it again. Okay.
Right. Me too. I'm with you. All right. Well, that was a good one.
I think we've lost Steve from the picture.
I thought we
Probably
did.
gotten,
I was like,
he's
I
probably
think
he's probably got Elle trying it out with you.
Oh,
he's doing
Steve.
it right there while he's on it.
Yeah. Yeah. Try this out, honey.
Bring me your nose.
He might be speechless.
Woo!
Oh,
How's
so-
that?
Dee's sitting
So-
right here next to me, but I got headphones in, so she can only
Yeah.
hear what I say.
Okay.
That's what they are.
And
Bring
I'm
me
just
your
tempted
nose.
to look over at her at this point, like it's like you don't even love me.
Elle sitting here looking at me like, what the hell is going on?
I'm a
Oh.
little different. I do occasionally enjoy the right night a finger or two in my
Yeah?
ass, but you know, you just you can't go there like you're picking up a bowling ball off the rack
No.
to
No.
roll another strike. I mean, it's yeah. and this
No.
It has to be organic. Like you got to
You
work
gotta-
up.
yeah.
You got to work into it, you know, just like we were talking about what happens when you put it in too fast without warming it up. It's donkey kick time. You know, it's get the hell off of me time.
Yes.
Punching in the stomach time? No. Okay, that's the same thing. When you're doing that on the other side, you got to warm it up. And if something happens to slip in there, it still scares a lot of guys, you know.
Yeah.
But if you're in the moment and you are, this is again the sexual empathy, you know, the SEI, sexual emotional intelligence. Okay. You got to show some sexual emotional intelligence. If you're playing around there and you happen to lick on one side and the guy moans and you lick on the other side and he doesn't, then don't lick on the other side again. Okay.
Right.
It's just
exactly pretty easy.
Yeah,
it is.
pretty straightforward.
So Barbie, did you have any words you wanted to talk about?
Oh, yes, I did. Okay. A sexorcism. What do you think it is? Sexorcism.
I got one.
I got it. Okay, you go first and I'll try next, Roger. What do you think?
If you turn a lesbian straight, you gave her a sexorcism.
Oh, mhm.
I was thinking if you get a woman to come for the first time who's never come?
Ooh.
Oh, see, I was
Right?
thinking it's more like if a woman is a sex addict and wants to be cured of that, she gets a sexorcism.
Oh, why would
Oh,
you
To
want
be
that?
cured of that. I'm just saying,
Who would want
wants
to?
be
There's
I
worse
mean-
things to be addicted to.
Well,
Right. Right.
okay, in honor of today and the happenings of today, is it a woman having sex with a priest?
Oh.
Oh, bam!
Oh, I wish it was.
Boom.
No, I'm sorry.
Okay,
So
what's
for
this?
all
when
you
you-
flies on the wall, you want in context. We're recording this on the day they announced that the Pope Leo
Pope
is
yes.
his Pope is
Yeah.
going to be Leo, and it's the American Pope. So that's
Yep.
where Steve comes with honor of today. So
Yep.
anyway,
Thank
The
you.
smoke was white today.
what
Yes.
is it, Barbie? What is sexorcism?
Sexorcism is when you start sleeping around to get over an ex. So you go crazy in the lifestyle.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a
I
good
like
one. I
it.
like that
I
one.
like
That's
it.
sexorcism.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
like that one. Mhm.
Maybe
Yeah, I
because
thought that was good.
maybe because I did it. Okay.
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
yeah.
when I got rid of the first husband, and it had been like that, and then it was like, I'm just gonna fuck around, and nobody's gonna be able to tell me who I can and cannot fuck. I'm
Right.
just gonna fuck again and
Go
again and
for
again.
it. Yeah. That was my
Yeah.
point of view.
Oh,
It didn't
Mhm.
work that way for me, but that was my point of view at
Right.
the time of my
Everybody's
first
done that.
divorce. Yes.
In
yeah,
more
me too.
words,
Oh, me too.
I
I went
tell
crazy.
these young guys that I end up working with, like, and that this is the first time they've experienced this stuff. I'm like, hey, look, listen to me. Nothing will make you get over one like getting under another. So you get back
Yes.
out there.
Oh, when I first left my husband and I went to hide somewhere in a small town in mid-America, I was in that small town and I lived with this woman who was my mentor. Rest in peace. I've talked about her before, but she told me a couple of rules. The one rule was, if you let a guy come live with you in the house, make him keep his stuff in 3 tubs. And she
Oh,
goes,
yeah.
because then if you go to kick him out, it's a matter of just pushing those 3 tubs out the door. So always let him make him do his stuff in 3 tubs. Okay. And then she said, honey, men are like buses. And she said, if you don't like the ride you're on, stop that bus, get off and wait, and another bus will come along.
I love it. That's a
So,
good one.
y'all,
Right.
I hung out at the bus compound for a long time.
Yes. That's at the
I
bus
would just get off
station.
of one and bus station, get off one, get on the other, get off one.
Wait
get
for
on
the next
other.
one.
And,
Wait
Yeah.
for the next.
and I've
Yep,
probably
yep.
lived that 3 tub life for a span of time.
That's a good idea
Oh.
too. Oh man, it makes
Okay.
moving easier.
Okay,
Yeah.
next word, Barbie. Next word, Barbie.
I like this one because we've done it. We've all done it.
Mm.
Fling cleaning.
Fling?
Cleaning.
Fling cleaning.
Fling, SLI. Oh, fling cleaning.
FLING, like fling
Yes.
cleaning.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, that would be getting rid of the tubs, wouldn't it be?
We're getting rid of the guys. Yeah.
Yep.
I thought I kind of
Dumping your fling.
Yes, getting rid of the tubs.
no. It's if you have a special room that you like to get ready, if you're going to play in that room, if
Oh,
you're getting
yeah.
all ready for sex,
Mm.
that's your fling cleaning. Or if you have a
Gotcha.
party and you run around.
Okay.
Yeah. Or it can be personal hygiene before going to a party.
Oh, totally. Totally.
Have
Oh,
you done
yeah.
your fling
Mhm.
cleaning?
Mhm.
Right.
thought
I like
that
it.
was great.
Well, see,
That
Elle
is
just
good.
Elle just did that fling cleaning. She's getting ready to have her buddy over here in a little bit. So
Right.
Oh,
So you got to
boy.
do the whole, I shave my legs
Clean
for this.
cleaning.
You're going to do the shave your legs. You're going to do
Yep.
the douching. I
Yep.
know that Barbie showed me the first time ever because had never done it, how to douche. So she showed me how to douche. That was great, and then we got to where we just had those at the party in the bathroom for any of the women who wanted to douche. That was a great addition. Okay. Also, those douches were available in Paris in the really nice fancy clubs. They had in the women's bathroom, they had douches along with the bidet to clean it out. But it was
Mhm.
great.
Yeah.
It was definitely great.
Yeah.
And now a word from our sponsors. Introducing Coconut Slickums, the ultimate personal lubricant that brings a touch of tropical paradise to your most adventurous sex party moments. Made from 100% pure coconut oil, Coconut Slickums offers a silky smooth glide that's as natural as a unicorn breeze practicing the rule of 6 or DP. No more worrying about synthetic ingredients or greasy residues. Just a luscious moisturizing experience that feels as good as it sounds. Perfect for enhancing intimacy or just adding a bit of luxurious fun to your day. So go ahead, indulge in the tropical treat your skin deserves with Coconut Slickums. Because when it's this smooth, it's always a perfect day at the meet and greet. To learn more, visit BeyondMonogamyPodcast.com.
Let's get back to hearing from the guilty.
While we're on words, real quick, Janet, I was going to have you recap what the rule of 6, and it's for a reason, but go ahead.
And Steve can help me with this because he's witnessed it. The rule of 6 is what happens when you have 3 couples get together with the third couple being unknown to the other 2. Okay, so you have 4. You have 4 people that get along real well. And so they go, oh, let's have another couple. Let's invite this other couple, or let's go meet them in that particular case with Steve. We were meeting this couple that we had never met before. He comes in and this dude, he was, it's the episode about scope. Okay.
Yep. I remember we did it.
Right. So this guy comes in and he's wearing Farmer Jones suspenders and he is not looking good. His wife is okay. She's looking hot or whatever. And so we're there at the table. It's Elle, Steve, me, and Fabio. And then this other couple. Well, the rule of 6, what happens in the rule of 6, for me especially, is Janet gets fucked and not in a good way. Okay? Because Janet gets stuck with the guy that is the suspenders and doing the scope and the stuff, who's brought the hot enough chick along that the other guys are like, yeah, let's do her. Let's go back to the hotel room.
Yes.
And right, so Steve hits her, takes her up against the wall, and then Fabio is doing L. And I am stuck with this guy with the scope who tells me after I kiss him as I'm going down to suck him off, you got to stop and go in and rinse out with scope before you can do me again. Okay, so I always get these weird idiot guys like this. And I know that you guys knew because I had explained to them this rule of 6 happens to me a lot on a regular basis. So I had told them before we were going over there, I said, I'm going to get stuck on the rule of 6. And Elle's like, no, you're not. No, you're not. And she's like, so nice and stuff. And we go in there and I turn around and there's Elle on top of my husband. And she looks at me as I'm down on my knees doing the scope guy's dick. And I turn around and look at Elle and she mouths to me, I'm sorry.
Yes, of course.
Okay.
I asked it. I'll make this a quick story. I asked because we were on our way home from a party Saturday night. I was riding and it didn't go the way I wanted, but I'm not exactly disappointed. I'll get to that in a second. But I was like, I got fucking rule of 6, son of a bitch. So. Well, I'm going to make definition B of this rule of 6. So we're at this party and things are getting ready to kick off. It's not a party like Janet hosts, but we saw people we knew, and kind of was reconnected. There was couple A. Let's just go there. We played with them before. We're pretty sure this is happening. Me and the female of couple A have no problem getting it done. D and the guy, like, it's awkward in their own cute little way. They get it done somehow, and like, you all do you anyway. So now let's bring in couple B. This guy is a very good licensed massage therapist. He's been to the house. I had him come do a good massage for D, and she loved it. I think it was like an anniversary thing, maybe a birthday. But anyway, we had been out, and I had been waiting and waiting and waiting to play with his wife, the wife of couple B, and I'm thinking, like, and it just, for whatever reason, it just hadn't happened. I'm thinking this is fixing to happen. I am fixing to finally close this deal. She's kind of scooching into D, and I'm thinking Dee's gonna do what she does, and she is fixing to serve this lady to me. I am ready, and somehow she, the female of couple B ends up with the guy from couple A, vice versa. And this is where I'm not disappointed. I just end up just railing the bejesus out of D at this party.
Right, but that's incest. You
Yeah,
did that already.
I know you
So
get me. That's not what I came there to do. That's
exactly,
what I was going to do later that night when I got back
exactly.
home.
You can't do review sex of review sex at the party.
Right.
Okay.
I can't review my review sex. Yeah.
Right. But
That's where I was going with on the way home. I'm like, I got fucking rule of six. Son of a bitch, babe, we got rule of six on this. But maybe it's not the same, but it kind of.
my whole so I tell people I'm semi-retired, and I still get these people who reach me and they want to meet me and Fabio for dinner or something or whatever, and they're like, yeah, so dinner and possibly play. Well, the whole reason I like a bigger party is because if I am not attracted to the husband of the wife, I don't have to do him. I can easily avoid him. I got to go take a drink. I got to go pee, whatever else it is. And I will just avoid doing him in a bigger party. But when you meet a couple for the first time, like, let's go have dinner and then decide if we're going to play or something. And I'm going to probably piss off somebody. I'm going to piss off somebody. I'm going to piss off somebody who's listening. So I don't care if you get pissed off at me. Couple weeks ago, somebody reached out and said, we would like to meet you. Can we have dinner? We're going to be in your town. We know about you, blah, blah, blah. And so I say to Fabio, here's this couple. Do you want to meet them for dinner? And he goes, oh, hell no. Okay. So I am not the kind of person that would say to him, I'm sorry, my husband doesn't want to do your wife. Okay. So what do you do in that situation?
Well,
what do you say?
I just lost it. I completely lost it.
When it's if it's a couple that he doesn't want to go out with.
Oh, one of us is attracted and the other one is not.
But
right.
what's he
so
say?
How do you?
That's
what
what
do
he
you
says.
say to?
That's what he says.
So he
to
just
people.
says one
Right.
of us
is attracted and one of us is not.
Right.
That way they don't know which one it is, and they don't know which one of the spouses it is. But he'll say, yeah, one of us was attracted and one of us is not.
Because on a cruise. I was on a cruise one time, a sex cruise, and
right.
There was a woman that approached me. There was a party going on in the promenade deck, and there was a woman who approached me and said, my husband would like to spend some time with you, at least 2 or 3 hours. Ooh. But I don't really want to spend any time with the guy you came on the cruise with.
Right.
Oh.
And so she kind of let it go like that. So it was up to me to say, hey, I want to go spend some time with this guy, but the wife doesn't really want to spend time with you, which is exactly how I put it to him. And he wasn't too happy, but the thing is that if there's no connection or there's no
so this guy
or anything,
claimed
that just happens sometimes.
This guy claimed that Fabio played with his wife at a party. And when I showed it to Fabio, he said, if I did, I was drinking.
I love it.
He had one too many doers, didn't he?
He had a little bit too many scotches or whatever. I don't know.
Right,
okay.
right.
I just don't. This is the part that brings me angst. And I don't care how long I've played in this. If I've been in this 20 years, I still get angst. Like I am still physically upset about this, just thinking about this poor guy and this reaction and not wanting to hurt somebody's feelings. Because I really don't want to hurt somebody's feelings.
Right.
But you can't can't assume that just because I do the things that I'm going to do, that I'm going to do it with you or with your mate.
We've touched on this, and I think it may be kind of one of the single hardest things in the lifestyle is you know is I don't even know the right term. Like you, it's not the same as in a vanilla world. Hey, do you want to go to dinner? It's do you want to have dinner and then fuck afterwards? And
Right.
there has to be a line that the person has I'll just say a right of refusal. Nobody wants to hurt anybody's feelings to what somebody said. There's just no connection. And
Well, that's why I would recommend you go to dinner and no expectation of playing, none.
And it is hard
Then you
to
decide.
hear. It is hard to hear when there's not a connection because usually it's the other person does want to hook up, but it there has to be that line where it's okay to say that, and it's hard. I just opt for the we can't find a babysitter.
Yes.
I'm past
No, I'm
babysitter
joking.
times.
That's terrible. I've heard that fucking stupid ass excuse so many times. Anyway, I'm joking.
Okay, so we took you off topic. Barbara, do you have any more words, or shall we turn to Steve and see if he's got a story? Steve, we got a story, or a story, or
well,
okay.
do you want? Well, we've had enough words. So I'll save my word for next time.
Okay.
But going back to a couple, 2-3 episodes ago, we talked about the sex robots.
Oh yes, and what we wanted.
Yes,
I've been thinking about it.
Well, in Japan, there's now a $10,000. For $10,000, you can get a fully customizable sex doll with a titanium skeleton and bendy limbs.
Wow.
You can even you can choose for them to have a milkable breast.
Are you shitting me?
No.
Wow.
Is that included in the 10 grand, or is that an
add-on?
a bolt-on extra?
Roger's fundraiser. Roger's fundraiser.
I'm doing a GoFundMe.
GoFundMe, bitches! I gotta go to Japan.
That's right. Sorry, Mandingo. Sorry, all tips are going for a robot.
And then the honorable mention. Is a 15. Janet, you'll like this one. A $15,000 sweaty sex robot.
Oh, a sweaty one. A sweaty sexual.
But if you can get that pheromone right, because that pheromone sex sweat is not the same as workout sweat. Okay.
Right. Oh, right.
Sex sweat has that pheromone in it, and it's like this is one of the reasons why I love fucking Roger. Okay, because he will sweat off of his head, and I will just lick it off. Oh my god! It is a lid for every pot. It is just like a yes, sex sweat. If they can get the sex sweat right, I'm in. I don't think I want to lick titanium. Because I'm already
pressed my button. We're taking a trip.
I'm already chipping my tooth on the titanium. Okay, but
exactly.
Yeah.
Well, but the skeleton is titanium. It's covered in the
the plastic like the fog.
So you could just.
I was going to ask you if the dick was titanium. That's what I want to know. Is the dick titanium?
Yeah.
Hard all the time.
Is
it hard all the time?
Squeeze it and make it harder.
Yeah.
Bigger?
Well, so this is a Beyond Monogamy podcast
for an optional
1.0.
fee, you could have an ovipositor put on it.
Exactly.
The dick is always hard because that's how you store it. You hang it up.
The dick. Perfect.
In your closet. In your closet. Oh, that's a good one.
I'm getting pictures in my head that aren't good.
I know. Yeah. I know. Well, are they good or are they not good? It doesn't matter.
Right.
But a milkable breast, I could see. But a sweaty robot, I just think of that in the quality control department. Like, aren't you just asking for like mold or something? I mean, how is this thing having some kind of moisture?
I got to tell you, if you rinse it down afterwards with vinegar and water, it doesn't matter. The mold is not going to start growing. Do I know how to clean things? Yes, I do.
Yes, you do.
Okay. So, a little bit of, don't put bleach on it because I don't want the bleach taking and ruining it. I want to just do a little bit of vinegar and water. I'm going to take it and make sure that it's clean. I just want to make sure when that sweat keeps coming out, I don't know how they do it. And if and they bottle it, but I need to have the pheromone sweat. I do not need just water. If it's just water that's coming out, I'm upset. Unless it's chocolate flavored water, and then I'm in.
The last thing I need is a sex robot. I mean, my kids, they're older and they're due to move out any day, like I think or I wish, and I couldn't have that here. Just like Dad, I need help with my car. Go away, I'm cleaning my room.
Yeah, right.
Oh man.
Or maybe it's the robot voice that tells them to go away. That would be even worse. Does the robot talk? That's what I want to know.
They would take and record it, and they would keep it up in the cloud, and they'd use it to blackmail you. But I'd be like, afterwards, going, "You can't blackmail me."
Right? Yeah. Me either.
You cannot.
No,
I wouldn't want my robot to talk.
Oh no,
that'd be the joy of it.
Exactly. It never says no.
Right.
But if it whispers
you don't
in
have
my
to
ear,
say please. You don't have to say please. Here it comes.
If it whispers, if it whispers in my ear with like Barry White type voice, or give me, let's get it on, I'm good.
It could be good.
It can talk to me. It does bring me to a question I was going to ask you, Crimson. I know the last time we talked to you, you were saying that you were doing some porn stuff, and I think it's awesome that you're doing the porn stuff. I have. Are you ever afraid of like one of your children going to a bachelor party or something and you come up on the screen?
Or out of a cake?
No, right. No, no, because, before I ever got into it at all, this is a little more serious, but before I ever got into it, I did kind of a SWOT analysis about, what could go wrong, what would be right, blah, 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 all of that. And I really thought long and hard about my kids finding out, because it is going to happen. I mean, I'm all over the internet, so it's definitely going to happen. And if I were to be a guessing person, it's either my son's friends or it is my grandkids. They're all boys. And especially the oldest one, he could defeat the parental controls on YouTube when he was 8, and he's 14 now. So I'm sure, he's into porn and he's into different things.
Right.
But
so when grandma comes
you have to look for it, right? Well, it just is what it is. That's what I decided. I decided this is a time in my life when it's about me and what I want. I've lived my whole life for my children and my grandchildren and everybody else, and I've taken care of everybody and everything all of my life. And so at this point, I feel like they're adults. My daughter is going to be 45 this year. My son is 42. They have their own lives. And, I feel like if they have a problem with it, they can tell me they have a problem and whatever. They think differently than I do. At least my daughter does, for sure. I don't really know who raised her. I thought I did, but it couldn't have been, because she's just so like, oh dear God, she's like white picket fence. But
you kept all the good parts for yourself and didn't give me the stuff.
Must
you kept her prude.
I know, she's just such a prude. But anyway, whatever. So she, and I think her and the boyfriend, she's divorced now. I think her and the boyfriend, have some inkling of some things that I do. But I think the only thing they think about is the lifestyle.
Right.
I don't think they think too much about the rest. Yeah.
Right.
Uh-huh. Yeah, and I do a lot of things in the sex industry, and I'm happy about it. I'm not going to quit anytime soon.
Right. Yep. I went, we've done some discussions about, and we will continue to, about getting outed and what happens when you get outed and what you say to that. I get you on that. Like 15 or 20 years ago when I'd first met Barbie, I had said, hey, if I die, you need to come over and clean out this drawer, and this drawer, or this box or whatever. And we had that little pact. I don't need it now, because at this point, if I kick off and they find the stuff, hey, I was a fun mom.
I know.
Okay.
I'm gonna make a list of people. I'm in the process of making a list of people that she or he have to call when I kick off, so that there's a lot of people out here and are all around different states that would want to know if I died or if I was still alive. So it would be good, and hopefully she will do it. So we'll see.
Yeah. Give us the list. We'll call them.
There you go. And that's right. I will for sure we'll do that. I probably have to give the list to somebody else.
I'm done worried about what they're going to think about if they find all this later.
I could care less.
I used to write a blog a long time ago, and I had to take it down because of the divorce. I'm not getting divorced from Fabio anytime soon, and he's very aware that I'm doing this and thinks it's great. So I don't care. Yeah. And if his kids or my kids find it, okay. Hope you listen. Hope you learn. Hope y'all learn something.
Right. Yeah, we got some valuable shit here.
Yes.
Just really good advice.
If you're going there, put your nose in. Stick your nose in every once in a while.
Right. Put your nose in that rusty trombone.
Rusty trombone.
Right. I feel like, and part of this discussion, I feel like if they can't take a joke, forget about it,
Oh, that's it.
My daughter knows that I'm much more, I'm not so conservative as her. And whatever, I'm having such a good time. I'm having more fun than anybody living. So I feel like, it's my time and I should be able to do that.
Exactly.
Amen.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Amen.
So, but that's my viewpoint.
Well, we're going to save Steve's words for the next time. And if you have any other stories for the next time, because we're running out of time at this point, for all you flies on the wall, I hope you listen to the end, because we were laughing a lot and then we got serious and then we bring it back to laughing, which is always the way I want to end the podcast. If you want to find all of the old episodes and you can't find them on Spotify, on Apple, on YouTube, then go to the easiest place is to go to the website, which is beyondmonogamypodcast.com, all smashed together, spell monogamy correctly, beyondmonogamypodcast.com. You'll find all of the old episodes. You can find Rule of Six, some of the other things that we've talked about, the Scope Man, some of those things. You also can find a way to send us an email if you have a question or something you want to talk about, or if you really want to talk to us on this show, we'll set you up with a guest spot and see if you can hack it, and get along with this group. That'd be fine. So you can contact either Roger, his email's on there, or mine. There's also a place to tip Mandingo, because Mandingo does this for free. No, we're not going to put Roger's GoFundMe for the Japanese thing up there yet. Okay. Maybe he'll convince us to do it later. There is a place to tip Mandingo, and I appreciate you all for making it to the end, if you do. And until next time, I hope that you come again and come again and come again.
That's it for this episode of Beyond Monogamy. We hope you enjoyed our podcast, and we look forward to having you back again for the next episode of Beyond Monogamy.